Доброго дня. Hello. My name is Sergey Borisov. I'm the Director of International Development at the BRDGES Academy. We are a US-based academic organization that offers skill-centered learning in conflict resolution and mediation worldwide. Now, when the war is raging through Ukraine, we are there to rebuild bridges of interpersonal communication. In spring 2025, we delivered such training to psychology students of Kyiv National University. This training was comprised of several live lectures and workshops led by experts across the globe. Those were handpicked by our academy to assemble into a unique program that we called Ukrainian Ambassadors. This program was culminated in June of 2025 with a live simulation of mediation and the award-giving ceremony in Kyiv. Lynn Cole, the CEO and the founder of BRDGES Academy and Foundation, traveled to Kyiv to lead these events in person. Please enjoy the video and let's stay together on the right side of the history.
So, Доброго дня. My name is Lynn Cole. I come from the United States, the state of Florida, and the city of Tampa. And I am delighted and honored to come to Ukraine and to spend time with such wonderful people who are just never give up. And I have a great amount of respect for being here, for the people I'm meeting. I've taught in 20 countries around the world, and I've got to tell you that this was probably one of the most interesting experiences I've had with such bright people who have such full lives. It's amazing.
What surprised me the most during the learning process in this course was the openness of the teachers, their willingness to answer any questions, and their supportive stance regarding the war in Ukraine.
And currently I am studying in the organizational psychology block, and it is very related to the work environment. I found it quite interesting to talk about this specifically in the context of mediation, to learn. I actually learned a lot of valuable things for myself.
I will long remember Miss Halina's lecture because it was very illustrative and practical, and also perhaps it was a turning point in understanding what mediation is, how it works, and how widely it is applied in different situations.
Any group of newcomers always inspires me a lot because I see that there are more and more of us, and I really hope that finally quantity will turn into quality. Because our mission is to change the negotiation culture in Ukraine, and the more people there are who can, are able and want to, the more chances we have to accomplish our mission.
I realized that I grasped the essence of mediation precisely at the moment when we were working on it in practice, because when you discuss in theory how it might happen, how the parties interact in the process, that's one thing, but in practice you discover an understanding of mediation from a completely different perspective.
Because you can read 100 books about mediation and still not understand. Only from the role, when they sit down and start doing simulations, they not only understand a lot about mediation, but they also begin to understand a lot about themselves. That's why mediation is such a transformative thing, even for the mediator.
At first it was truly fear because I had to take on the role of mediator and I was worried about how it would all go. Would I be able to adhere to all the principles we talked about? Would I be able to resolve situations step by step?
The hardest thing is to teach people to listen, to hear, and to separate their own from others. And today, literally, participants in the simulation said not to limit the participants in the process with their own biases. It's difficult.
What moment of learning will I definitely remember for a long time? It's an interesting question because there were many moments I will remember for a long time. Firstly, it's our wonderful group, wonderful teachers, because we developed friendly relationships with each of them, and even such that you can turn to them for advice and supportive. And for psychologists, this is very important, I believe. And everything turned out perfectly for us in this regard. I am truly delighted. I did not expect it to be like this. A very pleasant impression.
Perhaps the most memorable aspect of the course was its structure. Each topic was presented separately, carefully enough for the listeners to remember and focus on the information provided.
I would like to add that I am very grateful for this opportunity, for such a course. This is a very important step and it will be useful both in everyday life and in professional activities. And I hope that in the future there will be similar courses to join.
I am very impressed by how inspiring it was, how among the students, knowledge, emotions, that is, no one hid how valuable this knowledge is, how important the role of being a mediator is in the world. And I am very grateful that we were given this opportunity overall to understand what it is and how it can be done, how one can develop in this field, how can one help people, because I only knew about psychology, about different directions, and here mediation also opened up. And this is also a large amount of information that needs to be studied. And I will continue to learn in this field with great enthusiasm and gratitude.
They know how to listen, and that's a very important skill for a mediator. And when you know how to listen, you know how to ask the next question from the flow of listening. And they did that, and they did it with insight, great insight actually. And the simulations, the two simulations that I had with them, they were very difficult. And the last one was very complex because it was not only a family mediation, but it was a workplace mediation. It was a breakup of a family partnership. It was a very difficult one, and they handled it with ease and with grace and with camaraderie among the entire group. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your willingness to not only survive yourself, but to help others. It's amazing to watch. It's an act of bravery every time I talk to somebody. Thank you.